Alright, we are back. Let me get rid of the domes here. And last time we left off, we had just gotten the landing pad, and so we were going to start working on trying to get a few more of the basic resources that we need, such as ores for metal, things like that. But we'll take a peek at the landing pad real quick. There are permissions you can choose, and we can basically pick like the type of um, workers and engineers and biologists that show up when there's a colonist ship here. There's also traders that'll show up, which will bring different goods, and they'll trade with us. So I'm gonna actually change this around a little bit. I want to get just like one. I don't really need a guard yet. We'll kind of get into that a little bit later, but I want to say like a few more. Yeah, biologist just to get started. We already have a medic. If you set this to 0, being as you already have one, unless your guy dies, you're not going to get any more. So we're basically setting up the type of colonist we hope to get. So we're a little worker heavy there, which is fine, and we're hoping to get a few more biologists. So we'll probably get biologists and engineers when and if anybody ever shows up. So on that, let's keep going here. So we've got a few of these resources. We probably want to go ahead and get a mine set up before we get too far down the road. It only requires 2 metals. And we're going to stick it... You can't stick... I don't know if I explained this last time, but you can't stick stuff like way over here. Meaning like so far away from your base. You have to have an ability to connect to it like this. Which we'll do. And here's our first ship here. It's actually a colonist ship. So if we zoom in... Get a chance to see who shows up. Come on down. So we've expansion reach. So it's like we're on kind of going through the progression of achievement. So it was an engineer, Christian. Welcome aboard. Don't die anytime soon. I think what we'll do is we'll probably try to get to 100 colonists and then take a shot at the storm planet. We're at 8 right now, so we're quite a ways away. So there we go. Just to give you an idea what I'm hoping to do here. Slow down. I'm in a little panicky speech mode because this game usually requires kind of a fairly high level like micromanagement. I'm a little like on edge because it's usually how it goes. But we're pretty slow right now. Gotta get back in the groove here. What do we need here? We have food going. We're about to get ores going and we'll want to process those. We're able to process starch right now into bioplastics, which is good. I guess a little hint too, numbers wise, about what requires what. The size of biodome we built is going to require 3-ish biologists. The medicinal pad, yeah, that's what it's called. Medicinal pad requires, I don't think a biologist works on it. Actually, I could be wrong here. It is operated by a biologist. So yeah, 3-ish, 3 to 4 biologists will work this. For each one of these are worked by workers. So you can kind of do with the backwards math here. You can find out. I have found that about 3 guys go out to the mines. So if we kind of do quick math on who does what, the mine's operated by workers, so we'll say 3-ish, and then 1 for the bioplastic to just kind of keep it up and running. And we have, I believe 4. Nope, we don't. So we don't even have enough to actually operate everything. So that just gives you an idea of like, we need to expand. And we only have 2 biologists, so we certainly don't have enough for everything to just keep food going. So we really want to just keep expanding, meaning we want to keep the landing pad open. You can always turn it off right here. Turn permissions off, so you could click this here and click trader, and or vice versa if you want to only do one. And that way you'll limit to who actually shows up or what type of ship shows up. So we're a little behind the curve right now, so we really need to get some biologists, and we definitely want to get it. Ugh, fudge. Our dorm just got smoked by the meteor. I don't know if you saw that. So there's going to need to be a spare that's used. A robot's going over right now. You can see him doing that. Thankfully, I don't think we lost anybody. If people would have been sleeping at night, they would have gotten just destroyed. So, womp womp. They finally got all the food inside, which is good. And this looks to be another colonist ship, which is excellent. Showed up. It is, looks like a worker. It is a mall. who will shortly be a model and or a fashion illustrator, pretty sure. The name like a mall. Alright, so they're starting to make ore. That's what they're getting. You can see we got one right now. And we'll turn that into metal, and the way we'll do that is in the processing plant. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of it. There's a metal processor right here. We won't quite make it yet. Actually, you know what? We will. Only because we need the metal, and I don't want to like screw it up later and be like, you know what, we'll wait and make that, and then we'll be out of metal. So, go ahead and do that. Let's check out our power real quick just to see how we're doing on the basics of the base. Self-sufficiency rate. So we got three achievements so far. We've survived, which is great. Self-sufficiency, which basically means we're producing all the basics we need. Starch, ores, food, oxygen, water. So we're doing really well. But let's check out. So power, we're goodish. We're 37 to 48, meaning we're capable of producing 48, but we're consuming 37. So we're kind of getting close to the cap on what is our power. So we're going to think about having to produce that soon. And water too. Oxygen we're great on right now. So water and power is something we're going to definitely want to do. We seem to be producing lots of power. It's about to be night, so we can take a peek at this. So probably just saw like now we're at a deficit because it's night, so our solar panel can't produce any energy, and it is evening on top of it with a low wind. So we're in a deficit now. So as the wind goes up here, see the power starting to go up. So, but our capacitor is keeping us going right now. So the storage. So we definitely need to work on both power and capacitor just to stay on top of it. But seeing as we're just starting to produce metal, I think what we'll do is we'll probably put in, I don't know if we want to do a solar panel first, or if we want to actually do a, if we want to do capacitor. We do like, I don't know what's a good way to go here. It's just kind of a roll of the dice. Maybe get more workers, get on top of the metal. Got an engineer and a biologist, which is good. So we got 4. We still need like 3 for the mine and 2 now because we have these 2 things. So we need actually 5 workers. And we're probably getting close to the amount of biologists we need. We certainly have a decent enough amount of engineers, and we got 1 medic, which is it's fine. We don't even have a med bay, which is, you know what, now I'm thinking about that might be something we want to build, because now we have people working on equipment in the mine. They could theoretically get hurt. So let's look at this. Nope, trade chip coming in. Where is it? It's not lab. Sick bay. Ugh, can't really stick it anywhere. Over here? Yeah. It's another dead end piece. Oh, we could stick it in here. This is kind of perfect. There we go. Let's see what the trade ship has. He's got medicinal plants and medicine, which we really don't need, so get out of here. Let's dismiss him. There he goes. So we're going to burn through a lot of our metal here. 1 and 1 metal, bioplastic, and then 1 and 1 here. So it's basically all of our metal right now. But, you know, if somebody gets hurt, we have the medicine to heal them, which is good. And we're starting to get a medicinal plant in, I believe, I can't remember if it's in, it might be in the lab, how you make medicine. But we don't really need to do that right away. Yeah, here goes our power. Our power is starting to get shot. So, we're right on the edge right now. Like, it just turned a day and the wind just picked up, so the capacitor's about to kick in. So the next thing we're really going to have to do, I'll speed up the game a little bit here. Next thing we're definitely going to have to do is we're going to have to work on our power, probably our water, and pray to God we don't get hit by a meteor. Oh, where is it? Yeah, water's okay-ish. What did we get here? Probably another worker and a biologist we can check. Yeah, we're finally at what we need, 5 and 4. So I feel like now, let's just check our percentages. And I feel like that's a good balance. Like we still are probably going to get more workers if we leave it at 40 right now because we're only at 35% of our total population. And we're not going to get any more medics because we're over what we're asking for, and we're probably going to get more biologists and more workers, which is fine. So we'll leave that. Okay, so let's take a peek at the sick bay. We can add a bed, which when and if somebody gets hurt, they can go here, and the medic, the one medic we have, will heal them. And this cabinet, which I've never looked at actually before, this is new, looks like it stores medical supplies. So instead of it's being stored over here in this, let me get out of this so you can see it, in our storage, you can kind of see the little crosses here. Instead of the supplies being stored there, it'll free up space probably and be put in the medical cabinet. But we don't need to do that quite yet. We definitely need to get on our power though, so let's do that. It's either power or capacitor. Let's just do capacitor first because I feel like when and if the wind's going or when and if the sun's up, like right now, we're barely able to keep on top of it, it looks like. The energy that is. Jeez, where is this thing? Getting all flustered here. Yeah, we're not even producing enough with just one source going, so we need kind of two. I'm gonna make a weird call here. I'm gonna actually make another solar panel and make just 2. Yeah, I can only get 2. Put it right here-ish. So this connection actually is going to require 1, and this is going to require 2, so we don't in fact actually have enough quite yet. So as soon as this gets produced here, it'll be our 3rd, and that'll be enough. Speed it up a little bit. So if you don't get the hint, like I'm a little like on edge and panicky and fast talking because if you really don't stay on top of stuff, it's a huge domino effect. Oh, we already got a guy here. I don't know if you can see. He's got a little broken bone symbol. It means he got hurt in the mines. So yeah, right there. He's got trauma injuries. His health is kind of low. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna go down here to the bed, and the medic will find him here shortly. So that was good timing. I would not advise building one of these until you start producing stuff in the metal processor or bioplastic in the mine. I think I've only really ever seen people get hurt in the mine. I could be wrong. I feel like when these start to get built, they get hurt. Not very frequently, but it happens. When you're on a higher difficulty, having anybody out of commission like this guy is just so detrimental. So my brain is kind of jumping to that anxiety of like, oh my God, we have like one person hurt. So we could have more than one mine, but seeing as we really don't have enough people yet, we're just kind of waiting, waiting for more people to show up. And the reason they'll show up is when and if the status here of their welfare is considered above, I think it might actually be decent, it's probably good enough. Can't quite remember, but they won't show up if they're like not enough food, not enough oxygen, not enough water type of thing. So thinking about water, let's look at that. Still, we're right on the edge, so we'll be smart about it and we'll build that next. But this is not even built, so we just gotta kind of wait. Looks like another colonist ship. I think I see green. Yep, green and blue. Is it 2 biologists? Slow it down here. Yeah, Maya and Vinny. Vinny from the Bronx. All right. Yeah, so it's good status now, and we've got 5 and 6, so we're doing good. So let's flip this a little. You know what? We're at a setting now, like we're not going to get more engineers, we're not going to get more medics, not going to get any guards. The only thing we're going to get now in the next couple trips of colonists is our workers, which is great. And we got a little bit more power now. It's great because now we're gonna. Oh, another guy got hurt. Jesus Christ. Everybody's hurt. Um, we'll spend. Let's see. I think we're up to 16 people now. And we only have a couple beds, so we'll make one more in there. And let's check on food stuff. Like we got tables and entertainment. There's not too many people looking to get food. Got. Just looking at all of our needs. It seems like we're doing well on food. Like kind of a little bit of a surplus of vegetables, and we're keeping up on the food so far. And I'm thinking if this whole thing is full, see there's no wrench sign, so it means the biologists are keeping up. I think the number that we have is pretty good right now. We have actually 6. We could probably afford to put like 1 or 2 more things in there just to get really food kind of over the top. Which, let's just do 1 wheat and like 1 veg. There we go. So that's 2 of those. 2 bioplastics it is. We're really down to 1, and we have no metal right now, so we really can't afford to buy anything. But we have a trader, so we'll see what he has. Maybe we can sell some of our medicine or something. Alright, what you got, bud? Oh, he's got lots of stuff. He's got meat, ores, metals, semiconductors. What else? Carrier bots, drill bots, things like that. What do we have, really? What would we want? We would use maybe a metal or 2. Oh my god, he went 65% commission. It's kind of crazy. It's really high. In fact, it's so high. Get out of here. I think commissions over 60 are pretty abusive, so I would say let ships like that go. I mean, if you really desperately need food and stuff like that, obviously don't do that, but... Alright. Let's see here. We got 3 guys probably working on the mine. We got 1 and 2, so we have 5 workers we really need, and we have just 5, so we definitely want to keep colonists coming in. I got the bed built. Let's see how our power is doing here real quick. Well, seeing as it's night and there's barely any wind, thankfully we're just on top of our capacitor. We have plenty of water at the moment, which is great. The water is going to start going down because we just added more plants, so they're going to get used up quite a bit more. But alright, so let's speed this up just a little bit. See if we get another ship here. Oh, here goes the power. So you guys might actually see a blackout here in just a second. Yeah, power's critical. Here it goes. Oh, we just turned to day. Alright, so I'm going to actually turn off the mine. The way you do that is if you say disable structure right here, upper left. Guys won't work in there and it won't require power, so other critical things like oxygen, things like that, water, they'll come back online. Seeing as nobody's hurt either, I don't think I can turn those things off. Yeah, I could turn the landing pad off, but I don't want to do that. There's a bunch of guys that just showed up. Looks like workers and an engineer. That's odd. Yeah. So it's still trying to get us. That's really odd that we got another engineer. Next time we'll probably get only workers and biologists. Maybe. Alright, so power's kind of coming up. Thankfully we had built a solar panel last time, which is really good on our part. We'll turn the mine back on just because we gotta keep producing that. Yeah, it's able to keep up now, so thank God we built the solar panel. That was kind of a blind guess. I was thinking about going with a capacitor, which would have been just stupid because we wouldn't be able to produce enough to stay on top of it. So we're good. Storage is only 35% full here, so No reason to make a medical cabinet or anything yet, but we'll pick it up again next time. I think what we'll do is we'll keep working on power. We'll probably get another windmill, probably get another capacitor. Pray to God our guys make stuff quickly. But till next time, see you then. Bye bye.